Hello friends, welcome to the farm.
Today is all about the chickens. We're going to make some improvements to their coop and fix a big problem.
Hey, you know, it's been a while since we've done one on a chicken coop.
Yeah, but we got a problem we need to fix. This is our 6th year with chickens, and I've never had this problem before. The wild birds are coming in droves. I mean, occasionally I have 1 or 2 birds flying around, but the other day I came out and there was like 40 birds in here flying around. They're coming after the food, I guess.
Yeah, and they're making a mess in here.
I mean,
it's terrible.
The chickens do their business on the ground.
Yeah.
The birds do their business everywhere.
I know, they're sitting on the rafters, sitting on top of the door, the man door on the way out, and then their mess is droppings all over. So we have to solve the problem, keeping the birds out, and then we got to clean up the mess.
Yeah. Fun day, huh? If you're wondering what this is in the corner, it's a temporary little coop for 4 little chicks. A friend of ours gave us 4 little baby chicks. So I kept them in the garage for a while. Now they're out here growing up a little more and getting used to seeing their big sisters before I actually let them together. So this is their temporary little house.
Okay, so we did try one method to keep the birds out because it made sense that, you know, when the birds fly, we open the man doors. The chickens run in on the bottom, but the birds kind of fly in up top. So why not block their exit or their entrance up top?
We tried a mid-range help. I put plastic over all the rafter holes so they can't get in through the little rafter holes. And I put these on the big doors thinking it would keep them from coming in and scare them. It did decrease the numbers, but the birds are still coming in. Then they just freak out because they can't get out.
Yeah, they're stuck in here.
We're going to do a real fix.
All over. So we did that for about a week, and we came to the conclusion that it wasn't the ultimate solution. Okay, so we had to find another solution. So it sort of made sense that we would put in another chicken door. Now this is the one that they go through to go up into their roost at night, and it locks down. But then we have a second layer of security where we have the man doors, one on either side that opens. So it made sense that they come in and they leave through these doors down low. So let's add a few more of these doors out in the enclosed run on the outside. And then the wild birds, they're not going to go all the way, I don't think. During the day, when these are going to be open, if we put them on the side.
The chances of the birds climbing in, flying into a hole that's about this big is a lot less than them flying in through the whole open man door.
Okay.
So this should really cut it down.
So we're hopeful, but we don't know for sure. But we're going to let you know as soon as we know. So we made some permanent improvements recent that weren't with the original design. First, we hung a fan here, and on days that it's above, 90 degrees, Brenda, and we turn the fan on. It gives them some relief out here. But honestly, they have so much good shade outside, and we generally have a breeze at the farm. So I think this might be a luxury item, but
it makes me feel better, even if it doesn't help them. It makes me feel better.
And that's why I did it. I put it in not for the chickens, I put it in for Brenda, so she feels better. But this wouldn't be possible but for the fact Jake and I worked on this, and we added electricity to our coop. So we have several options with this, not only running the fan, but in the wintertime, their waters would freeze up. So now we have permanent electric so that they'll have good drinking water all winter long and they won't freeze. Okay, Brenda ordered a second chicken door with the automatic opener, and we're going to go ahead, my son and I, Jake, are going to go ahead and install it on this framework right here. These are about 3 feet apart. So we have some pressure treated 1x6s. We're going to run them horizontally, and we'll do the cutout, and we're going to keep the mechanism for the door opener on the inside so it's out of the weather. So we're going to go ahead and cut this hardware wire and do the installation. We'll give you, let you follow along here.
Well, we got the automatic door in. Now he's going to make it pretty.
Well, I could say I'm putting it in for the chickens, but you all know us well enough that I'm putting this in for Brenda, not the chickens.
It's going to be nice. They're going to
Yes.
appreciate it. Trust me.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know who will appreciate it, and that's why I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, oh, this is going to be a fancy, fancy little door that's going to be so nice. All right, I'm just going to pop a couple of these in here. Got some squawking going on.
Somebody laid an egg.
Uh-oh.
That is the egg song.
Yes.
Like
All right.
one of them does it when they lay an egg, and then others join them. It turns into like a duet and a trio, all singing the egg song.
All right, it's the last piece in the header. I think that's going to look good.
I think it's going to look really pretty.
It has the prestige that our chickens should enjoy.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
And when we paint it white, it's really going to be nice. And I bought a special sign for over the door.
Oh, can't wait to see that.
Nice.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Solid. I love it. Okay, well, we have the door trim all on, and this is the back side. You can see the mechanisms. And we decided to put a little mini roof over it. And now that I see it sitting there, I'm wondering if this is going to be a shelf for the birds to sit on.
I don't
And
know.
it's going to be loaded up with, you know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Okay, I think I'm ready. I got my barn boots on, and I took off any of the valuables that are going to get wet, because I think we're all going to get wet.
Oh boy, can't wait.
And then we'll start at that end over there.
So we're going to pressure spray everything and try to get some of the dust off and the wild bird droppings that are around.
Yep.
But I have to get these little girls out of here first. So
Yeah,
I'm going
where
to
are
put them
you
in
gonna
their
put them?
I'll put them in their temporary little hen house. Take them out until you're done
Oh,
spraying.
you'll
then I'll
carry
put them
the
right
hen
back.
house out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We should probably move that cardboard
Yeah,
too.
I had to put the cardboard and this plastic stuff on here. This is the fencing I usually use when I bring chicks in here to introduce them to the big girls. But they're usually bigger when I bring them out. These girls could fit through the holes of the fence, so I had to put the plastic on temporarily.
Yeah.
But in about a week, I can take that off and it'll just be the fence.
Hey, when I came out, I saw you in here chasing some birds. How many
There
birds
was like
were
4
in here?
birds in here.
Were there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm anxious to get it sealed up so they can't get in. And I don't think they're going to be coming in that little door.
Yeah.
Now we got the house all sprayed out. We're going to give them some nice, fresh wood chips to live with.
All right, it's time to finish the door. Yesterday, we put the trimming on the top and the side. Today, we're putting a porch on. And it's not just to be fancy with the porch. This actually has a function, a couple of them, which we have hardware wire here that comes out, and it comes out about 18 inches, so critters can't dig under here and then go. So this is going to cover over the hardware wire. And it's going to set the stage for an extra threshold here, because when these gates are great, but they're very lightweight, and you don't want them just laying on the wood. If you get a really smart predator like
A raccoon.
yeah, I'd say a raccoon, they can get their little claws under it and push the gate up. So with this threshold in front of it, it should keep it from going in. So I'm going to go ahead and after I put a new battery in, I'm going to go ahead and put them in. And now the threshold. I'm going to put it right up close to where the door goes, so there's no way that these guys are going to be able to get a claw in there behind it. There we go. There we go. And Brenda, let's do a test just to see what it looks like with the door behind it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the door closed here, and they're not going to be able to get a claw in there to get under the bottom. So I think that'll work. Brenda, the only thing we're going to have to watch is that it doesn't get all clogged up with junk.
Yes.
And then the door doesn't close the whole way.
Yeah. We'll just have to make sure it stays clean.
Yep. That's no problem.
No problem. Not with 45 chickens. Oh, Donald.
Surprise!
That's an interesting looking chicken. I don't know how many chickens that handsome.
What did the guy say? Here's Johnny.
Yeah. All right, so we had everything cleaned. We put stuff back in place. We filled all the feeders, filled the big trash can full of scratch. I gave them fresh hay in their nests, and we just carried the broody prison inside. So that's the broody prison. When they get broody, they're hard to break, and we don't have a rooster, so I don't want my chickens brooded. They just sit on the nest forever. Sometimes they sit in there and don't eat. It's not good for them, and they're not laying eggs. So I have to break them from being broody. And there's several ways you can tell if they're broody. Number one, they don't get off the nest. They'll be on the nest forever, and if you try to get them off, they puff up, make some maiden noises, and they'll peck at you. But the clearest way to tell if they're broody is look at their stomach. When they're broody, they pluck all the feathers out of their stomach. They do it themselves because their body temperature actually goes up when they're broody. And they want that warm belly sitting on the egg so they hatch.
So it's direct skin contact.
Direct skin to egg, yes.
Okay.
And I put them in prison for like 2 or 3 days. It's raised up off the ground so there's air circulating. They can't sit down and keep their belly warm, so their temperature should drop by being in here for 2 or 3 days. And they get food and water. They just can't sit on down and get their belly warm. So if that doesn't work, then you go the extreme measure. If they're in there for 2 or 3 days, go right back on the nest. I put them in cold water for about 30 seconds. Put them back in here for a day. That usually does it. So this girl's been in prison for a day. She's going back in for another day or two. So sorry.
You've had several of them at a time. In fact, sometimes they go in groups.
It almost seems like one gets broody and they all start getting broody. I mean, I've had like 4 at broody at one time. And that's not fun, because then one time I had them in here, they were picking on one of the little ones, or one of the broody ones. So I had to get her out by herself. So it's a problem when they get broody. If you don't want to raise chicks, it can be a real bother. So back to prison, girl. Sorry. Stop being broody and you won't be in prison. There you go. Okay. You're doing hard time.
Solitary confinement for you.
I'm going to give them fresh hemp in their hen house. That's what we use as our bedding in our hen house. We do the deep litter method. When I cleaned this out a month or two ago, I put 2 bags down. It's getting kind of gross, so I just put another bag over the top. And I keep doing that, and we usually only clean this out once a year, and the last time we went 2 years without cleaning it out. And there really is not an odor, unless it's really wet. If it gets really wet in here for some reason, they'll smell it. But this absorbs all the moisture in their droppings, and there's no odor.
Okay, question.
Yes.
We're on a farm here, and we have a lot of straw. We also have hay, and then we also have free wood chips.
Yeah.
And the hemp is not free.
No, it's not. It's not cheap, but I probably use maybe 4 or 5 bags a year. They're not cheap, but there's no odor and I don't have to clean the coop. It saves me hours and hours and hours of cleaning out the coop. So if it can help me not to only clean the coop every other year, it's worth the money to me because I don't have time. And cleaning out this coop is not fun.
Yeah, that's a big job.
We didn't plan real well on the coop on that part because you have to climb in there and climb over these roosts and everything to get it cleaned out.
Well, we did. What I like, though, is that bottom right there comes down.
Yes, this lifts down and we pull the bucket of the tractor up.
Yeah.
And just scoop it all into the bucket. And that's usually like, what, 5-6 bucket loads of stuff
Yeah.
for the compost every time we clean it out.
Yeah.
So now I just need to get a rake and push some to the back, and they'll dig through and check it out. They always want to know what something new is. So they're getting spiffied up everywhere.
Yep.
So some of the things we have in here are the big feeder, and this is nice because it can fit a bag, sometimes 2 bags of food. It lasts a long time. And has this nice sloped roof. You know why that's there? If you don't have something sloped like that, they'll sit on top of it and do their business all over the top. So this way, they don't perch up there, so it never gets messy except for the wild birds. But now, since we cleaned yesterday, it's all nice and clean. So this isn't usually here, but all around here we have, that's the pellets. I feed them pellets, layer pellets. I always have oyster shells available, grit available, and I also have 2 feeders filled with mash. A mash we get at our local food mill, or our local, what's it called?
What, the
Local
feed
mill.
supply? The
Yeah.
mill? Yeah.
At our local mill.
Yeah.
So, and I always have a couple things of water. And I used to use the waters with the nipples. And I read somewhere they actually can cool off easier if they can dip their beak in the water. So now I have waters that they can dip their beak in. Plus, the ones with the nipples had been around for 6 years. They were getting all dry and brittle and breaking. So I needed to replace them. I just replaced them with different ones.
Okay, so I see 2 containers down low there, one for oyster and one for grit. And I see they're labeled, and they're labeled in English. Are you sure your chickens speak English?
Oh, they know. I actually have them 2 places, right here by this food and over there by the mash, just to make sure they can all get to the oyster shells. That's what gives them the calcium to keep their eggshells hard. So I always have oyster shells, and sometimes I actually keep their own eggshells. I bake them, crumble them all up, and give them back to them for calcium. So, and they do eat them.
Okay.
They're supposed to know when they need calcium, and they eat it.
All right. I notice if you look up, you can see there are some open trusses. Do you ever have chickens sitting up there?
No, they've never gone up that high.
Okay. There's probably not enough room for them either.
No, and I don't think they can get that. Well, I clip their wings so they don't fly out of the fence, so I don't think they can get that high.
Yeah.
I even have a little step stool by the little ramp going up to their house. Usually some of them will walk up, but a lot of times they try to jump halfway up and then go up. So I have the ramp up, so it makes them a little easier to jump up. Plus some of mine are getting
now
a little bit old in age.
Look at those trusses, how strong and sturdy they
They're
look.
very strong and sturdy. Yeah, Donnie and Jake and me were the people that built this.
Well, the funny part about that is that I designed those trusses, and our son, who's an engineer who does all the, looked at them and got quite a chuckle. But hey, you know, they've lasted for so long.
They've held up just fine through some serious, serious storms.
Yeah, well, he calculated if for a certain snow load, they wouldn't hold up, so.
We've had quite a bit of snow, plus it's a black roof.
Yeah.
It melts off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I ordered the other door. We have one over by that man door. Now we're going to put one over by this man door. So the man doors can stay closed all the time unless we need to get in here. A woman door maybe. But he'll put another of the automatic gates open here, because the way our hen houses, our whole chicken area is laid out, we have the hen house where they sleep at night, then this nice enclosed run they come down to in the morning. And then when these automatic gates open, they can go out into the big fenced-in yards. We have 2 yards, one on this side of the hen house, one on this side. And I can let them have one, or I can let them have both yards. Usually they're in both yards. When I introduce new chicks to the flock, I will have this whole end closed off. And when the little chicks get big enough, they get this yard. The big chicks get this yard. And then when they're big enough to be together, I just open it all up and they have everything. But it works really well. We didn't really intend to have this set up this way, but it works beautifully.
I like your egg window down there.
Yeah, except we need to get we usually have that plexiglass on there to keep it from having too much ventilation in the winter, keep it warmer. But we need to get it off so they get the ventilation out in the summer.
Yeah.
Plus it looks yucky.
Yeah.
We
Well,
want
I
it to be
also
pretty,
love
right?
their exit
Yeah.
from the hen house.
Oh yeah, they're all exits. Now they're gonna have 3 automatic door exits.
Yep.
These are some lucky chickens. But that's one thing, we have been extremely fortunate in the 6 years we've been doing this. To the best of our knowledge, we have not lost a single one to a predator. And we have foxes, owls, eagles, hawks, raccoons, possums. We have everything that would like to eat chickens. So,
You know,
or eggs.
and we've seen Cooper's hawks
Yes.
standing on the posts, and they haven't got in.
No.
So.
And one of the best things we did was to plant that big willow tree on this side. It's almost covering the whole yard at this point, but the hawks can't see them. It gives them a lot of hawk protection, and in the summer, it's a lot of shade. Then in the winter, there's no leaves, so it's warm out there. They can be in the sun. So we really like the layout of our chicken yard, and so do the chickens. They're very, very happy chickens. Don't you think? So these are the 2 feeders that have the mash, the ground up corn, wheat, oats. And they go back and forth. They all eat both. So they get a wide mixture of foods. And you can tell they're making a lot of noise. It's morning right now, and that's when most of them lay their eggs. So you just hear the egg song all morning long. And I do have another grit and oyster shell down here, and I even have an extra container with oyster shells. I want them always to have plenty of oyster shells so their shells stay nice and hard. So I think we have a beautiful chicken coop, beautiful chicken yard, and they're very happy.
Hey, I just remembered something. In our
What?
very first year, when we had some of our first eggs, I convinced you to sing the egg song. I don't think I'd be able to do that now, but
Now I don't have to sing it.
no. But maybe you could insert it in the video from 6 years ago.
Maybe, because I was so excited when I got my first egg. And I had heard the egg song. I knew it was coming. Sure enough, I found my first egg. That was exciting.
All right, big day. You already know what's in there,
Yeah, I already saw it.
but it's
It's our first egg.
where? Oh, now it's the brown one, not the white one there.
Yeah. The golf balls are supposed to show them where to lay.
Yeah,
But that's our very first egg. Somebody laid an egg.
Wow.
I don't know who it was though. Somebody laid a beautiful,
There's a logo
beautiful
golf
brown
ball.
egg. Yeah. We got our first egg.
Look at it. It's small, isn't it? Tiny.
This is a good day. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this day for how many months?
Yeah. So who do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who did it, girls? Huh?
We were hearing
We
that.
were hearing the egg song, so
Egg
we knew
song.
something was going on.
What's it sound like?
Go to YouTube and put in chicken egg laying song. You'll hear it.
Oh, I think you could replicate it. You heard it enough today. That's exactly it.
So now we get anywhere from like 18 to, on a really good day, up to like 30 eggs a day. We have 45 chickens. Some are possibly molting. Some are getting very old. And some just don't feel like laying, or some get broody, like broody girl. But
Hey, my favorite part is that you have so many different varieties, and I love the different colors on the eggs.
people love seeing our eggs. We have, light brown, dark brown, blue, green, like a olive green. We have all the colors. The only thing I don't have are white. I don't have any white eggs. But people love seeing my eggs. They say it looks like Easter eggs without dyeing them. Kind of fun, huh? But I hope you enjoyed seeing us get our chicken coop and yard updated, and we hopefully fixed a big problem. We'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.